Hello everyone. I am Dr. K, your instructor. We are going to recap some Python programming concepts. And we will look at strings in this presentation. After this presentation, you should be able to design Python programs with strings and to perform different operations with them. We are going to introduce what strings are and perform different operations on them. Strings is one of the data types we commonly use in Python. A string is a series of characters. In Python, a string is defined as anything inside a pair of double quotes or single quotes. But if our string has single quotes already or apostrophes, we should use double quotes to declare this string to avoid confusion for Python. Now we see how we can manage empty spaces in strings. For example, we can add spaces into strings. How do we add spaces in strings? Let us first create three strings. First string, text, _01, contains apples. Second string, text, _02, contains bananas. Third string, text, _03, contains oranges. We want to print these three strings together. We can do this by using the plus operator. Let's see what Python will print if we add three strings together with plus. Python prints all three strings together, but without spaces between them, it is really difficult to read them. To put spaces between them, we can manually add a space after each string. So now the output has spaces between the strings. We can also use a special control character, \t, to insert a tab. Just like using a word processor, we have two tabs inserted between the strings. We can also insert a new line after the string by using \n. Now each string is printed at a new line. We can change cases in strings. To demonstrate how we can easily change the cases of our strings, let's create a new variable, allText, to store all the three strings together. There is a built-in Python function, title, to capitalize the first letter of each word as shown here. We can also change all letters to uppercase by using another Python built-in function, upper. To change all the letters to lowercase, we can use the function, lower. If we have strings variables, we can use Python's built-in fstring function to compose a message string. There is a more convenient way to print a message with string variables by using Python's fstring. We start by typing f double quote, then your message. Put the string variables inside the curly brackets. You can also use capital F or single quote in your fstring function. We can also remove any spaces in a string. When we process strings, sometimes we need to remove unnecessary spaces in them. For example, an electronic form for users to fill in information and they could put extra spaces in their inputs. In Python, there are built-in functions to remove spaces, and we are going to look into that now. Let's have our first string with many spaces on the left of apples. In our second string, we have some spaces on the right of bananas, and spaces on both the left and right sides of our third string, oranges. Let's see how we can use some of Python's built-in functions to remove these spaces. We can use the lstrip function to remove all the spaces on the left of a string. And the rstrip function to remove all the spaces on the right of a string. And the strip function to remove all the spaces on both sides of a string. Now we can run the program and see the results. All the extra spaces have been removed. As we mentioned before, a string is a series of characters. For example, the string variable s equals to hello, shown here, has 5 characters, hence a length of 5. But the first element for this string starts from 0. So the 0 element of this string is the character capital H, and so on. We can also use negative numbers to index a strings. -1 means the last character of the string, and so on. Let's create our string s with the word hello. We can use Python's built-in function, len, to check the length of a string. Since hello has 5 characters in it, so len returns 5. We can check the first character of a string by putting a 0 inside a square brackets. Remember, in Python, we always count from 0. So, s square bracket 0 returns the first character of hello, which is h. We can count the rest. We can also count a string from the last character by counting from -1. So, s bracket -1 refers to the last character of hello, which is o. Here you can see how we count backwards for the string s using negative numbers. In Python, we can also use a simple way to slice a string. Just put where you want to start and end the slice into a square bracket. A indicates where to start the slicing, but remember we count from 0 and it is inclusive. B indicates where to end the slicing, but it is not inclusive. That means the slice ends before B. Let's see 2 examples to slice the string s hello with Python. We extract a portion of a string by this process, slicing. If we slice hello from 1 to 4, it means we slice the string from position 1, that is the second character of hello, which is e. Remember we count from 0, and it ends it before position 4, which is the fourth character l. Let's try another example. We slice from 0 to 3. It returns h, e, l. Because it slices from the position 0, which is h, and ends at position 2, which is l. In this presentation, we have looked at what strings are, and we also practiced different operations with strings in Python. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Thanks, and see you next time.